This one feels weird. Well, it's been another month since I got one of these in the mail. This is full of mysterious video game goodness. This is a retro game treasure box. I subscribe to them. They send me random video games every month. Now, they keep my list updated for what they ship in this box to me. And all I have to do, other than paying them, is keep my list updated for what I get in the wild, which isn't that hard to do. Sometimes it can be a bit finicky, but as long as I keep that list updated, I make sure I don't get any doubles in here that are gonna be my fault anyways. If you get a double in one of these, they are pretty easy to work with. And Retro Game Treasures was kind enough to give us a discount code for the channel. If you use the code RETROCART, all one word in capital letters, when you check out, you actually get $5 off your first month subscription. And maybe you wanna save a little bit and try this out. But I'm really excited to get into this one. There's not a lot of shimmy and shake in this one, so either it's really packed well or there's something random in here that I'm not sure about. So same as always, we have the secondary camera here. You're gonna get to see what's gonna come out of this box before I do. So let's open it up and see what's inside. All right, let's open this up and see what's inside. You're gonna see what's in here before I do. As always, there's the discount air pillows in here. All right, so I had changed my lists to just Nintendo and Super Nintendo, but that must not have updated fast enough because that's definitely a 64 cartridge. So there's only 3 games in here. Hopefully they're good ones. We'll start with this Nintendo game. Let's see what we got here. Oh, remote control. Okay, I don't have this one. There's a little bit of writing on it. I noticed right away. That should come off easily. I don't think this is an expensive game, which hopefully the other 2 in the box are pricey ones then. I think this is like a game show style game. I've never played it. I know nothing about remote control, but it'll fill one of those gaps in my list. So that's awesome. Cross this one off the list. All right, let's open this up and see what else is in here. Let's go with the Super Nintendo game. I don't know what this is gonna be. I think Battle Clash. So I think I got the first one of this already, or the second one of this. I think, so this is a Super Scope game, I do believe. Yeah, it sure is. Just one more reason I need a Super Scope. Now, I'm positive that this is the first one to another game I got out of one of these boxes. I don't know what this one's gonna be worth either. I do love the Super Scope games. I think those are super, super cool. And I mean, really soon they're gonna stop sending them to me because this has gotta be close to all of them. I've got Super Scope 6, I've got the other one of this, I've got this one. I mean, what is there, like a handful of more Super Scope games? But I'm excited to have this one in my collection. These 2 not being what I would call, I don't think those are high-end games. Make me wonder what that last game in the box is gonna be. I hope it's a good one. I have some doubts, but we'll see, I guess. All right. Like the last month, there was a ton of games. This month I only got 3. It's kind of random what you get. So hopefully we can at least hit the price point with this one. Let's see what this is. Ooh, it's 007. Nice. I don't have 007. I have a lot of fun memories of playing this at my buddy John's house and my buddy Nathan's house when we were like in our teens. We were playing this one. I'm excited to have this one. I do have the second 007 on the 64. So I'm really excited I got this one. I'm glad that this came because, again, I had updated my list that I only wanted Nintendo and Super Nintendo games. So it's nice to have this one in the set now. I'm glad that that didn't go through fast enough. Because I've always wanted to have this one again. It's been years since I've played this. Now I really want to have the guys over and play some 007 GoldenEye. This is so cool. All right, this is my pick of the box. This is awesome. I'm excited to have this one. Let's get them cleaned up back at the service desk and then we'll take a look at them. Obviously, this one's GoldenEye. We all know what GoldenEye is going to look like. I don't know what those other 2 are going to look like, so let's take a look at them. All right, first one out of the box is MTV's remote control on the NES. This is absolutely just like a game show. It's interesting because you could tell that like it would have been modern back then when this came out, but now those questions are old. It would be like playing Trivial Pursuit back when this came out and playing like the old version of it, which is kind of interesting. Now there was a bunch of different questions. There were a few that were like common knowledge, I think, but there's definitely some that are time period correct for when this would have come out. Now this is like an $8 game, not my pick out of the box anyways, but it does fill one of those gaps in my collection, one of those low end ones. So I'm excited to add this to my collection just for that reason alone.
MTV's Remote Control, now available on Nintendo.
Now the second one out of the box was Battle Clash on the Super Nintendo. This is definitely the first one to that Metal Combat Falcon's Revenge I got a few months ago. This is a Super Scope game. I don't have a Super Scope yet. There is a store that I have eyed one up at that I think I might get that one. But this looks like a really cool game. It looks very similar to that Falcon's Revenge game. So it kind of looks like a fighting one. You're like in mechs. You're fighting other people in mechs. Honestly, both of these games look really cool. I love the graphics on these ones. I think these are super cool looking. I'm excited to get that Super Scope and actually sit down and finally get to play some of these. Now, Battle Clash is about a $6 game, another cheap one on the list, but that does say a few things because the next one we're going to look at is a little pricier.
A new game is here for your Super NES Super Scope, so prepare yourself because this one fights back. Introducing Battle Clash. 10 levels where monster machines get totally in your face. Battle Clash, it's more than a game, it's a breakthrough.
Have you been inside all day?
Only on the Super Nintendo Entertainment System. Now you're playing with superpower.
Third one out of the box, my pick of the box, based on nostalgia, is GoldenEye 007. This is a fun game. It's a lot more finicky than I remember it being. I remember moving around and it being a lot smoother, but when I put it in to test it, man, I was all over the place. GoldenEye is one of those classic games that will always live in history of video games as being one of the first ones that did kind of what it was gonna do on a console. And honestly, putting it in, it took me right back to that time. Seeing those graphics, I just felt like I was back then playing with it, which is a lot of fun. Now, GoldenEye is actually about a $22 game, so it is a pricier game, which would be why there was only 3 in the box. So that puts this box at like a $36 bundle. I probably could have got them cheaper if I would have went out shopping for them, but you know what? I didn't have to worry about it. They just showed up in the mail, which is what this is all about. And I got one that I wouldn't have probably found in the wild. I wouldn't have picked this one up for sure. So that's always a nice surprise. We get something like this in one of these boxes. Same as Battle Clash. This isn't one that would have been top priority to look at for me out in the wild. I'm really glad I got both of these ones in the box. And I really need to get a Super Scope because I really want to play both of these ones.